Okay, this little hive here is a nuke that I made a split off of. When I put the bees at my grandson Hayden's house, this spot became empty, so I pulled a split. I believe it was from this hive right here. Put it in here. The first set of eggs they pulled queen cells off of. The queen came out. I spotted the virgin queen. She was supposed to emerge June 28th. I found them, and after a period of time I didn't see her anymore, so that tells me she went out on a mating flight, didn't make it back, got lost, whatever. So then I put in another frame of eggs so they could make a new queen. So that queen is scheduled to emerge. Basically, I put July 15th, 16th, that queen should be emerging. I checked it the 13th, which was 2 days ago, and there's still 4 queen cells in there. Today's the 15th, so I'm going to check them out. So the eggs I put in here, actually the split came from this hive here. The eggs came from another hive 4 down. That is a queen I got from California last year. So if these queens mate and make it back, it'll be half California queen and half native Oklahoman. So the California queen didn't do much all spring, and then later on, late spring, towards the end of the nectar flow, they really kicked it in. So I thought that was some interesting genetics, because they were pulling honey in when the rest of the bees were basically done. So you cross the two, maybe they'll pull honey all the time. So we'll see. Hopefully there's I can find a virgin queen in here. So some people put the vertical brick, means attention in this spot, so it's kind of what I did, in addition to my handy duct tape notes. So get the lid off here and see what we find. I check these pretty often because sometimes ants will take over a weak colony, but there's quite a few bees in here. Also like to keep a frame of brood in a hive that you're trying to get to make a queen. If they go broodless for a while, you'll start getting a laying worker, and there's nothing good about a laying worker at all. Another thing about that California strain of bees, they are the calmest bees. They don't fly up in your face, they just kind of hang out, chill out, waiting for surf to come up, I guess. Ha ha. One of my friends told me, he said, "Darren, you make these videos, you sound like you're at work. You're too serious. So you need to crack some jokes and throw some smart-ass statements in there every now and then. So we're not used to you sounding like that. You're too serious." So there was your joke. Let's look on here real quick for a virgin queen. I don't expect to see her here. This is honey, and this is all empty here for when she's ready to lay. Fill that sucker up with eggs. So you might be able to see this right here. June 12th is when this was put in, and this is the one with the first set of queen cells that the queen didn't make it back. So then July 1st is when I put the next one set in. It says N71. That means I notched it where the eggs were. You push your hive tool into the eggs, mash the comb down, and that they tend to draw queen cells off of that quicker when you do that. They seem to be a little bigger too. so you don't have tiny queens. So might find a queen on here. I don't expect to see eggs, because that's even if, you know, if she hatched out within the last couple days, she won't be laying yet. Don't see anything. Virgin queens are hard to spot. Basically, I look on their backs for the big, darker, shiny spot, because queens have a little bit bigger, I don't know what that part of their body's called, but that little black spot. Nothing there. That's a good spot to lay eggs. You can kind of see where I notched right here, here, and here. And see, there was a queen cell right there. Looks like I did it there. So right there is where those queen cells were from June 12th. Look over here one more time. Sometimes I gotta look right at them and not ever see them. Nope. But the frame of interest is the next one. Basically want to look and see, are the queen cells still there? If so, are they open? Also, I will put dots where they are, like there, there. So I know exactly about where that cell was at. So if it's gone, I'll have a positive mark. So here's the side with brood that I pulled that had eggs and brood. So I see a queen cell here that is open. Let me look at the other side real quick. Oh, I see a virgin queen. She's right there. She just has a little bit longer outlet up to the camera. Man, I cannot see this with the sun. Where did she go? There. She's right there on that honey. Right here. I know people think, man, why can't you just get that in the camera? But that is the hardest thing to do with this glaring in the sun. But that's her. She's hatched out. She does not look mated to me yet. She's still a little tiny. Let's get her back in. So when you know where your queen is and she's on the edge like that, you do not want to put that frame in there and smash her. So you want to wait till she gets further to the side. Now she's over here. Okay. She's right here. So I'm going to put this frame up against this one, knowing where she is. There she goes to the middle. So get it in there quick. I kind of space these with my thumb so I don't close it completely. Then you look at the crack, make sure there's no bees in there, and you pull it slowly together. Boom, so that queen is safe. She's in there in the middle. So I'm going to get these back. Normally when you have a 10 frame, you can't scoot them like that. You got to get your hive tool in there and pry them over. You do it like I just did. A lot of times you're moving it and they'll break free and you go slam and you just smash 20 bees. And then they get really mad. So I've been to this point once already this year on this new. With the virgin queen. She needs to get out and get busy. And come back. And so I expect in a couple weeks, a week to 2 weeks, she'll be laying. So I'll make my note July 15th. I'll put the letters V, Q for virgin queen, and I'll put dots, 2 dots over the Q, which means I had eyes on her. I saw her. And there's still cat brood in there, so I'll put B for brood. Okay, that's how you check out and look for a virgin queen. So I went in there and I found, I saw the queen cell that had been opened. Should have showed you that, sorry. It was on that frame, you probably did see it. But there was a queen cell that was hanging down. The bottom of it was circular and opened, or the queen had cut her way out of there. So that's that for this one.